All right, hi guys. Welcome to math class today. Today you're going to be working on your module 4, lesson 25 from Engage, and the objective is to divide a whole number by a unit fraction. So again, think a whole number. So 1 is a whole number, 2, 3, 4. So a whole number, and you're going to divide a whole number by a unit fraction. So think to yourself again, what is a unit fraction? That's right, a unit fraction, 1 is the numerator. Okay, so a unit fraction. Divide a whole number by a unit fraction. So we're going to kind of build our understanding. So let's say that we have Jenny. She buys 2 pounds of almonds. Okay, 2 pounds of almonds. If she puts 1 pound in each bag, how many bags can she make? So think to yourself, she's got this pound and this pound. So 1 pound, 1 pound. It says if she puts 1 pound in each bag, how many bags can she make? Here's 1 pound, here's 1 pound. That equals her 2 pounds. How many bags can she make? Hopefully you can see that she can make 2 bags, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. She can make 2 bags. Now let's try it this way. Let's switch it up. Okay, so again, she still has the 2 pounds of almonds. Okay, if she puts half of a pound, so a half a pound in each bag, how many bags can she make now? So this is what your thinking will be like to try and solve this. So in your math today, they'll ask you to draw a tape diagram and a number line. So this is the tape diagram. The whole tape diagram is representing those 2 pounds of almonds. And then you're going to quickly make your 2 pounds. Pound 1, pound 2. Okay? But then it says if she puts a half a pound in each bag. So now you're going to take just this 1 pound, this 1 unit here, and you're going to split it in half. And then you'll do the same to the other pound that she has. Okay? All right, so now that would look like 2 pounds divided by 1/2. If I have 2 whole pounds and I put them into halves, how many half-pound bags can she make? Here's a half, here's a half, here's a half, here's a half. How many half pounds can she make? Okay, you are right. That is 4 bags. So we'd say she could make 4 bags and they all have a half a pound in them. Okay, also in your directions, it may ask you to show a number line. So I'm going to show you how this tape diagram, if you watch carefully, you can set up your tape diagram and your number line to basically match each other. So I'm going to take this line down here, this line here, this line here, here, and here. I'm going to make that into a number line. Okay, can you see how I took this line and dropped it down? This line, everything's lined up from my tape diagram, correct? I just added the arrows at the end to make it a number line. Okay, so this would be 0, this would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, whoops. Let me try that again. That's not correct. I'm jumping the gun. Where's my eraser? Here's my handy dandy eraser. So again, let me show you that again. So we'll start with the number line. And I needed to make it into halves. So that would be our 0, that would have been our 1, and that would be our half. So I jumped the gun for you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, you can see it matches up my original tape diagram when I just split the tape diagram in half. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. Then it said we need to take those 2 whole pounds and chop them up into halves. So do a little tick mark to show a half here and a half here. Okay, so now when I look at it, can I see that there's 2, a half, okay, because that equals a half a pound and a half a pound, and a half of a pound and a half of a pound. Okay, so how many half pounds do I see? Do you see that it's got the 4 half pounds in there? All right, let's see if I can do the next one a little bit better for you. Okay. So let's try the next one that they give us. What if she takes her 2 pounds of almonds and she puts just 1/3 of a pound in each bag? How many bags can she make now? Okay, so again, you do the same thing. Take your 2 whole pounds of almonds, split it to make your 2 whole pounds, pound 1, pound 2. Okay, then it says take each of those pounds and put them into thirds. So what will I split this 1 whole into? Into 3 equal parts. And here, and here. Okay, so I have thirds here and I have thirds here. So I took this pound and this pound, my 2 whole pounds, and I split them up into thirds. So they want to know how many bags can she now make? Well, here's a third, here's a third, here's a third. So there's 3 right there, and then how many would be over here? 3 more. So in 1 whole unit, I get 3 bags. So as a total, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get 6 bags, and each of them are 1/3 of a pound. So how many 1/3 pound bags can she make? She can make 6 of them. So that math equation would be 2 whole pounds divided into 1/3 increments would get us what? 6. Okay, I want you to look at this carefully. Do you see any numbers that maybe like each other? Do you see any correlation, any type of math patterns? Okay, so I want you to start looking at the equation and seeing like, every time we solve these, I see something happening. Okay, let me show you how the number line would match up with that. So again, draw your number line. The whole is representing 2, so I'm going to make it just exactly the same as my tape diagram. There's my 0, here's my 1, and there's my 2 mark. And these are my holes, right? They want you to take your holes and chop them up into how much? Into thirds. So smaller tick marks now. So now when I look, I can see there's 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 1 whole, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, which is 2 holes. So how many 1/3 bags could I fill? I could get 6 whole bags, and each of them would have 1/3 of a pound in them. Okay. All right, now we are going to look at one more together. Maybe 2, we'll see. Okay, so this is coming straight from the homework page, so it will look similar to your problem set page. Okay, so the directions will say to draw a tape diagram and a number line to solve. Okay, in your problem set, it will give you an option to choose the tape diagram or the number line, so you can decide which model works for you. Okay, all right, so for 1A, again, this is coming from homework, it would ask you to solve 3 holes divided by 1/3. So we have to solve that. They want us to use the tape diagram and a number line. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my tape diagram. So I would have, this is my hole, okay, my 3 whole things. Immediately take your holes and chop it up into 3 whole things. This is 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 whole things. Okay, now they want you to take your 3 holes and divide it into thirds. So take this one and split it into 1/3. Take this one and split it up into 1/3, and split this one up into thirds. And if you guys want to, you can make them dotted lines so you can see that those are your little thirds. Okay, so you've got your thirds there. So they want to know, if I have 3 holes and I divide each of these 3 holes into thirds, how many little thirds do I end up with? 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 whole things divided into little thirds. How many little thirds would we end up having? 9 little thirds. Okay, to see the number line. So make your number line. There's my 0. This would be my 1. This would be my 2. And that would be my 3. So make a number line showing your 3 holes. What do they want me to chop the 3 holes into? Little thirds. So 2 tick marks get me thirds, right? Can you see in here there's 1, 2, 3 little thirds? 1, 2, 3 little thirds? And 1, 2, 3 little thirds? So how many thirds do I have in 3 whole units? I had, again, 9 little thirds, because there's 3 right here, 3 right there, and 3 right there. Okay, also on this lesson, they're going to have you fill in some sentences. So it will be like, there are blank thirds in one hole. There are blank thirds in 3 holes. And the last one will be, if 3 is 1/3, what is the whole? Okay, so those are the 3 questions they'll want you to solve right here. So let's look back at what we have. So if there are blank thirds in one hole, well, here's the one hole, right? There's our one hole. So there are blank thirds in one hole. Look at this one hole. How many thirds are in there? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 thirds in one hole. Then they're going to ask you, there are blank thirds in 3 holes. Well, here's the one hole, here's the second hole, and here's the third hole. How many thirds altogether in those 3 holes did we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There'd be 9 thirds in those 3 holes. And so now they're basically asking, so if 3 is 1/3, so if 3 is 1/3, what is the whole? So it's basically your final answer that you come up with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if 3 is our whole, okay, if 3 is 1/3, what is the whole? The whole is our final answer of 9. Okay, I think we should probably try one more. And let's see if I can pull it straight from your book. Yeah, we'll do this one again.